All right, Jabbar. Obviously, round two here with Ohio State. What do you feel like you guys learned from that first opportunity against the Buckeyes?
Honestly, the game could just go any type of way, a slugfest, down to the last play, no matter what it is. But at the end of the day, we've played a lot of type of gritty games this year, so I feel like we're prepared for the moment.
How different do you guys feel as a team since that game?
I feel like we learned a lot. Like I said earlier, we can win different ways. We've had offense win us games, defense win us games. So like I said, I feel like we're prepared for any type of moment.
And then when you look back at how this season started, right, week one against Idaho to where you're at now, what are you most proud of in how your team has grown?
Yeah, I feel like you exactly said it. We've grown. We've learned from our mistakes. Of course, Landon didn't let us be down in the dumps when stuff didn't go our way. But at the end of the day, we knew what kind of team we had in that locker room. We knew the talent we had. We knew the brotherhood that we have. And it was just a matter of time until it all came together. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you that he's definitely the same off the camera too. The intensity that he brings to practice, the intensity that he brings to the games. But at the end of the day, he's a great motivator and he's a great teacher. I've never had a defensive coach, so the intensity that he brings to the defensive side of the ball is amazing. And as far as off the field, man, I feel like he's one of us. You know what I mean? He's hip to the new era of things. I feel like he's on social media and things like that as well. So it's pretty cool.
So going to the doctor,
Yeah.
something he says quite often, right? To talk about the things that you guys got to get better at and improve on. If you were going to the doctor this week, what are you kind of putting under the microscope?
Man, honestly, just to go out there and just be physical, just to go out there and play our own game, be worry-free. We know that the moment is pretty big, but like I said earlier, we're built for this, so we're excited for the matchup.
There's a lot of talk on offensive and Gabriel and Daly. What do you need to know about
I feel like we're gritty. You know what I mean? I feel like that kind of goes unnoticed. I feel like we're a really gritty group. We're physical. We put a lot of hard work into the preparation and things like that. So Saturday we can play free or
Obviously, going
win.
back again to that first matchup, I mean, so much is made of the explosiveness that Ohio State has with the receiver group. But what goes into what's your mindset like when you know a challenge like that, wide
Yeah.
receiver DB?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's something you relish at this stage of college football.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's excited for it. You know what I mean? It's not often that you get to go against a batch of guys like that. You know, obviously I feel like I do in practice every single day.
Right.
But man, those guys are just as exciting. You know, they can make every catch. They're a really good tight knit receiving core. You can tell they play for each other and things like that. So man, we're excited for the matchup.
Good luck. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jabbar. Appreciate it, man.
Uh-huh.
I think they're gonna let you keep this when you're done.
This one.
That's correct.
Let's say Ted Johnson. Whoa, I swear it says Ted Johnson.
There's one behind it.
Oh, I'm like, what the heck? Yeah.
You mind dropping that water? Shooting over my head, Curtis. He just trying to let me know he head and shoulders above.
Yeah.
That's an intimidation factor.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, bro. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the subject of culture and
Yeah.
connection and everything. You guys have talked a lot about that this season. And I'm wondering, Dylan talked about it sort of coming to a head like at the right time ahead of this playoff.
Yeah.
What's your feel of that and just kind of like where things stand?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree, but at the same time, I feel like we've been a connected team since since I got here. You know what I mean? The extra that Coach Landon does with us, getting to know each other, coming to his house, having dinner, and then the camaraderie that we all build together, whether that's getting together at somebody's house, cooking some food or anything like that. Just getting to know your brother off the field, I feel like that's really important.
Yeah, what are some of those type of memories from the season that really stick out to you as far as?
Yeah, I mean, I would say off the field, a lot of us in the DBs, they came together, came to my crib, and Dante cooked at my crib, and we was all having some fellowship, playing the game, watching some games and things like that. So those are memories that you'll always have, and also just the game, the day before the game, we were at the hotel. We all get in somebody's room and just chilling there for a little while before meetings and everything like that, and just chop it up and talk about whatever it is we want to talk about. So I feel like that's stuff you will remember forever.
Yeah, and it really seems like it carries over on the field. A lot of people talk about that, but do you feel that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like when you know your brothers why, why they're doing it, why they're playing the sport, I feel like you go a tad bit harder, you know what I mean? Just knowing that whatever they've been through, whatever they're going through, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah, and you said Dante.
Yeah.
He's the cook.
Yeah, he can cook some rotel. Yeah, he can cook. We had some rotel. I don't know we should be eating that, but we had some rotel, and it was pretty good.
What was it?
Some rotel?
Okay.
Yeah, we had some rotel, yeah.
Nice, okay. Yeah, so that's good stuff. All of the pressure, all of the big stage that this might be. What role does the culture aspect play in making those sort of things easy?
Yeah, I feel like it plays a big role. Obviously we've been in some greedy games this year, and we're tough. I feel like we're a really tough team. We're a greedy team. We can win games in multiple ways, and I feel like that when you have that, that kind of shows up, and you kind of prepare for anything.
Speaking of gritty games, first time you guys met, obviously that was a pretty gritty game.
Yeah.
Two high-powered offense, high-powered defense. Pretty memorable one for both you guys. What do you remember for that first game and lining up against the talented receiving corps?
Yeah, I feel like from the first game, I remember almost everything of it. But honestly, I just remember, the intensity that the game was played at. You know what I mean? It was a high-level game, high-level play calling, high-level scheming, all type of high-level stuff, and you don't really get that often. So when you get the opportunity, you got to cherish it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with that, you guys take pride in. Obviously, that was one of the highest scoring games you guys gave up as a defense.
Yeah.
You guys think back to that at all, and you take pride in that moment, and making that better a little bit this time against the same offense.
Yeah, for sure. We have this thing where we go to the doctor. We went to the doctor on that game multiple times, and we learn from our mistakes. I feel like, but at the end of the day, they can do something totally different. So we just prepare for anything that comes our way.
Yeah, is there anything specifically that you saw, personally that you got from the doctor in that game?
Yeah, I would probably say just eliminating some explosives. They had a good amount of explosives that game, and we got to try our best to eliminate those.
What are the challenges that come with trying to beat a team twice in one season?
Yeah, I feel like, obviously the challenges, they're familiar with you. They kind of know your personnel. They know what you can do. They played against you, so they can try to attack certain things in the first game. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying, like I said earlier, it kind of boils down to scheme. I don't think they're going to do the same thing again, and we probably not going to do the same thing again. You know what I mean? So just learning from the first game and just trying to take whatever you can from that.
Will Howard was saying that he feels like nobody's beaten them; they've just beaten themselves. How do you guys take that, and do you feel like, in some ways you have beaten? I mean, you guys obviously did on the field. What do you see on that kind of sentiment?
Yeah, I mean, we try to go out there and be the best version of ourselves. I mean, I can't really speak on it.
How have you seen this defense elevate since the last time you played Oregon, as far as you guys being able to learn from that win, but also continue to up your level of defensive intensity?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, last game wasn't our best, and we know that. But we just use that as motivation, you know what I mean? We know what our best looks like. We know what our best looks like on film. So we got to go out there and execute and just be ourselves.
Tim Grover recently visited you guys. He's working with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
What was that experience? What did you take away from that experience? And what did you learn from him with his words and whispers?
I would definitely say just, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. The energy that you bring is really important. But I learned a lot from just knowing that he was around all those greats, all Michael Jordan, Kobe. He worked with D Wade as well. Just knowing that he was around those greats, he knows what it looks like. So it was pretty cool to talk to him.
What do you take away specifically from guys like Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Dwayne Wade that you put into your arsenal to help
Yeah,
you?
I would definitely say the mentality, man. Especially for me, I play corner, and on that island, man, it kind of get lonely sometimes, or it can kind of get bad sometimes. Just having that mentality that you know the work you put in, you know everything you put into this, and it'll all come in full circle. If you just put your head down and grind. Thank you.
For those of us who don't know, do moments like these ever really sink in? Obviously, you're sitting up on stage answering questions before the Rose Bowl. I mean, how cool is that? And does it ever sink in? Have you gotten to a point where, like, yeah, this is me now, or is it still pretty awesome?
I mean, it's honestly just a dream come true.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been a football fan a long time, my whole life, like, from what I can remember. So, moments like this, man, you don't really cherish it until probably after. But man, right now I'm just kind of living in the moment. It's a blessing. It's a dream come true, and I'm happy to be here.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What kind of a challenge does Ohio State's wide receiver corps present, and who have you guys played this year, other than obviously them, who maybe is the most similar to them in terms of the depth and ability of wide receivers?
Yeah, I mean, they present a tremendous challenge. They have wideouts that can do everything. They have speedsters. They have guys that can run every route. They have guys that can, just get nick and necks down the field and things like that. So they present a really good challenge for us. And as far as receivers that we've seen like them this year, I feel like we've seen a few receivers from different teams. Like they might not have the depth that Ohio State have, but we've seen some pretty good receivers this year.
We've watched Jeremiah Smith on film. Obviously, there's a lot more experience at the college level than he did the first time you guys played him. What jumps out about him? Is it downfield, catch radius, speed, height? Like what about him jumps out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a physical specimen, but what jumps out is, just the downfield ability, the ability to track the ball, the ability to play strong throughout the routes and things like that. The things you don't normally see from a freshman. So he presents a good challenge.
Take your picture first. Well, let's talk about the performance it's going to take for you guys to come out victorious, come Rose Bowl Day.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got to play one of our best games. This is a really talented team, a team that's obviously on a roll right now. They're playing really good. So we got to go out there and just be us. Don't let the moment be too big. I mean, execute the game plan.
All right. Who's your inspiration in life?
My inspiration, I'll probably say my parents, just everything they sacrificed for me, all the lessons they taught me, all the hard work that they put in for me to be here. Like I said, all the sacrifice they made for me, you can't, when you're young, it kind of goes unnoticed. But now when I'm older, I'm grateful for it, and I let them know that I appreciate them every single day.
What's your motivation or philosophy in life that drives you? What's your inspiration? Is there a key phrase?
Yeah, I would probably say, Mikey, the phrase that I live on is what's meant for you will not pass you by. A lot of times, when you're young and, like me, I was under-recruited. So I was always, like, why not me? But at the end of the day, man, like I said, what's meant for you will not pass you by. So I'm here for a reason now. My journey has led me here, and I'm blessed for it.
Did you snatch it? Did you go after it? You didn't let it pass you by?
Nah, for sure.
Sometimes people let it pass you by, but you seized the moment.
For sure, I feel like I capitalized on every opportunity that came my way. I feel like, God put me here for a reason, like I said earlier, and I'm blessed to be here.
All right, what would you say to all your friends, family, and fans?
I'll tell them I appreciate them. It's been a long journey. Obviously, I'm a senior. This is my last year, and I hope to go out with a bang.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey man, I'm sorry, you probably already answered this, but just facing Smith, what did you kind of take away from that first matchup against him? What did you learn maybe that you didn't know going in?
Man, I feel like within that offense, I feel like he's real comfortable within it. You don't normally see that from a freshman. He's real comfortable within the offense. He knows all the plays. He's not out there second guessing himself. He's playing with a ton of confidence. He's making plays like it.
How did you approach guarding him?
Yeah.
Like, how do you approach facing him? Do you watch every game? Do you watch every snap? Do you talk to other dudes? Like, how do you go about facing the dude?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you try to get every nugget that you can. Sit down and watch film with the coaches. Try to pick their brain a little bit. But at the end of the day, they're not out there playing. You're out there playing. So you got to try to, find whatever you can find within the film. Find the little things, find the big things, just find the tendencies and things like that. And just go out there and just play your game.
Is that something that you want to face one-on-one, or do you guys feel like you almost need to help on him or something like that? I mean, you don't want to give away your game plan. But
I mean, shoot, whatever the call is, we're going to execute it.
Yeah. Safe to say he's been a big focus of your preparation, though.
Yeah, the whole offense. They have dynamic players around the whole offense. They got guys that on the outside. They got the good running backs and the good quarterbacks. So we've been focusing on all of them.
Appreciate you.
Mhm.
One more thing I wanted to ask was, there's always, let me get my thing ready. There's always dudes that we don't hear about, that we don't see. Young guys.
Yeah.
You know, those 5-star recruits, those guys behind the scenes in practice. Who are some of the dudes you think that are going to replace you next year? Who's going to be the dudes we're talking about next year?
I don't want to give, I can't give my say so. But I feel like all those guys are working hard right now. They're getting the playbook down and they're playing really fast. You got a few guys in there. Just speaking from a DB aspect.
Yeah.
You know, you got guys like Kingston Lopa. You got guys like Ife Obadegu, Ron Pleasant, Dalen Austin, Solomon Davis, Dakota Fields, Sione Lalea. Sure, I can keep going on and on, but now I'm really proud of those guys and what they grasp the concept, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also I want to shout out the linebacker Jerry Mixon.
Okay.
Man, that dude's coming to practice every day, just working with a certain confidence that he's playing at, certain attitude that he's playing with. So yeah.
How have you seen him grow the most?
Yeah, I feel like we're just within the playbook, you know, accepting coaching, accepting when he's wrong, which is kind of hard when you're coming in as a young recruit. You want to prove yourself right, but yeah, he has the right attitude every single day, man. That's rare to find as a young guy.
If you had to pick one guy who's going to pop next year, give me one of those dudes. I know it's tough.
Oregon Ducks.
What about on the other side of the ball? Who are some of the young receivers that you face every day? You're like, damn.
Yeah. You got guys like Ryan Pelham, Jalen McMillan. I said Jalen McMillan. J-Mac.
Yeah.
And those guys are getting better every day, and they pick my brain, which is rare. You know, J-Mac begs to come to my house to watch some film.
Really?
You know, all the time. Yeah, so you can kind of see him turning the corner as well. That's not normal from an 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah. What do you guys watch when you watch him film? What are you talking about?
He wants to just see, you know, how I watch it, how I break him down, how I, see certain routes, how does he see him and things like that. So.
Safe to say the next crop of dudes, this team's in good hands?
Yeah, man, this team's in good hands, especially with Coach Landon.
I appreciate you.
Sorry. To build off that, who on this team this year do you think hasn't got enough recognition?
Yeah, man, I'll shut him out. My boy Jamari Caldwell, he's in there doing the dirty work, taking on double teams, anchoring down and things like that. And, you know, the outside world might not see it, but, you know, we're in film, we're like, man, this dude's a beast. So I definitely want to shout out JC for that. But, yeah, definitely JC, man. He's quiet, doesn't say much. He just gets down there and work.
Thank you very much. What's it been like having Dante Manning as a teammate this year?
Yeah, man, Dante's my dog. I got here in March in spring ball, and I feel like it's been open arms since then. You know, he's welcomed me in. I feel like we're real close now. You know, we play all the time, mess with each other all the time. We're like some freshmen. You know what I mean? But it's real cool having Dante as a teammate. He's a leader. He's a motivator, and obviously he's tremendous on the field. So it's really cool having Dante as a teammate.
It's a guy who was a former 5-star recruit, came here under a different coaching staff, multiple different quarterback coaches. Just what does it mean from your perspective from the outside looking in? It's just here, but like for him to be around the program, stick with the program, and finish out his years here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the new regime now with the portal and everything, people not sticking around with coaching changes and things like that. But for Dante to do that, you know, obviously, you know, he sees something here. He loves Oregon. He loves Eugene. He loves the University of Oregon. But it just says to what he believes in. You know, he believes on, you know, finishing what he started, and that's what he's doing. And look how it's working out for him.
Are those conversations that you guys have about that, like the decisions to maybe hit the portal, maybe not hit the portal, what went into it?
I mean, sometimes, but you know, not when you're on a team like this. You know what I mean? This is everything you kind of dream for. You know, and I don't see it going downhill anytime. So.
You guys have an older cornerback room, but you also have a lot of guys, a lot of young guys.
Yeah.
Freshmen. Just you, Dante, Nico, Cam. What are the things that you guys are telling the younger guys to move forward into the next year?
We'll definitely tell them just stay the course. You know what I mean? Sometimes, because I was this type of young guy, you know, sometimes you kind of just look ahead like, man, like, you know, I don't know what my future's going to be, but we definitely just tell them stay the course. You know, everything will work out for you. Just put your head down and work. And that's the type of standard we're trying to leave for those guys, man. With this new age and the portal and everything like that, you know, people always want to bounce and this and that, but we just telling them, like, man, just, you know, lock in, put your head down, everything, take care of yourself.
Do you think this is sort of just the start of this program, the start of this program moving forward, and why is that? What has Coach done to sort of put in that?
Yeah, man, I feel like Coach has implemented a great standard. You know what I mean? Just, he's somebody that you want to play for. You know what I mean? But as far as the start, man, I feel like this thing is going to keep on rolling. I don't think it's going to, like I said earlier, I don't think it's going to slow down no time soon. And when you got guys like Coach Landon and on the defense side, Coach Hamp, and on the offense side, Coach Stein and Coach Tosh and things like that, man, this program is in really good hands.
So when you saw that you guys were probably playing or likely playing Ohio State in the first game again, what's the first thing you looked at?
Let's get to work. You know what I mean? Let's go break down some film. Let's go to practice. Let's go to the doctor, whatever it may be. Let's get to work. Obviously, it's a two talented teams, and are really hype the game that everybody wants to see. So, man, we wanted to get to work as soon as possible.
Where do you think you guys are better than you were the first time you played? What's most different about your football team than you guys played?
I would definitely say just our communication, on all phases, special teams, defense, offense, whatever it is. I feel like it's communication. That's something that we kind of, talk about a lot. That's something that we want to implement in our game, and you can never go wrong with that. So I would definitely say communication. We've done it. We've done a good job of doing that the whole month of December. Obviously we've been off a little bit, so we got time to, work on ourselves. But I would definitely say communication.
What's it like when you know you're going up against one of the better receivers in the country? You guys did a good job to get another shot. What's that like for a guy like you?
I mean, it's exciting. Obviously, when I was first taught playing this game is just go out there and compete. You know what I mean? I feel like that's just what it is. It's competition. Obviously those guys are really good. We feel like we're pretty good too. So we're excited for the matchup.
What's it been like comparing to the game this year in the playoff compared to last year or other games?
I'm sorry,
What's it kind of been like preparing for this game and the Rose Bowl and being a part of the playoff compared to last year or other games that you've been a part of?
Yeah, I mean, you want to say you prepare for every game the same, but obviously it's bigger stakes to this game. It's do or die. We don't get to go home. We don't get to go home after this and just relish our season. We want to go out with a bang. So like I said, obviously it's more stakes to this. So you want to try to do everything you can. But I like to say I prepare for every game the same. Just every game is just as important.
What about the intensity for Coach Landon? How is it different this week compared to other weeks this season?
Coach Landon intensity never goes down. So he's definitely been the same. I could say that the energy has been a little more up because it's game week. It's time to play. But Coach Landon's been the same.
Has it been a little bit different preparing for a 12-team playoff compared to potentially a 14 playoff?
I wouldn't say, because we treat we go like one game at a time. We don't really look ahead. We don't really do this, do that. We treat one game at a time. Whoever the next opponent is, we're gonna prepare for the next opponent, and we're gonna go like that.
Are you happy to have the week off, or do you wish that you were out there playing one more week in the season?
Man, whatever it is, I'm ready for it. I don't week off. We was playing whatever it is. Coach Landon's gonna have us prepared. Thank you. Hey, how are you?
Were you kind of surprised to hear that some of the Ohio State players think about that first game with you guys still every day? Were you kind of surprised to hear that some of the Ohio State players still think about that game with y'all every day since?
Oh, I mean, I haven't seen that. Well, we've been locked in, focused on our game plan, focused on how we're going to attack, and we've just been locked in on ourselves. So.
I spoke with Daniel here, and he was saying Jordan James is so unique in the way he practices.
Yeah.
How would you describe how he practices?
Man, he practices super physical. That guy, sometimes we're in tag mode or thug mode. You feel like he's gonna run you over. You know what I mean? He practices very physical. He definitely practices how he plays.
In film, what have you seen as the biggest difference between Ohio State in October and Ohio State now?
Yeah, I feel like they're really confident. I feel like they're taking some more shots downfield, getting their playmakers the ball in space.
And then, of course, they've had some shuffling on the offensive line. How has that changed? And how do you prepare for that?
It hasn't really changed anything that we've done. We're gonna do what we do regardless. So yeah.
And then now you've got Jordan Burch back.
Yeah.
You didn't have him last time. Is he just so excited?
Yeah, he's very excited. He doesn't really say too much, but he gives you a grin that he's ready to play. You can definitely tell he's amped up for this one. Thank you. Hey, how you doing?
Deal?
What's up with you?
Hey, too much you smoke?
Straight?
Yes, sir.
Trying to get like
Do you mind
you.
holding this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple easy questions for you.
You can get up there too, probably. That might be.
I'm gonna stand
up here too.
So, Pete Gang. First of all, go ahead and do some.
Oh, you want to put it on my what's name?
Oh, you just have to hold it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You good? You ready? All right. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, first and foremost. I got a couple simple questions for you.
Yeah.
What is your dream bowl location?
My dream bowl? I'm from Dallas, so I would say Cotton Bowl.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I think I know the answer to this one. Do you watch edits of yourself?
Now, honestly, I really don't. Honestly, I like to watch other corners. I like to watch corners that's similar to my physique and things like that. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it pops up on my YouTube. But you hear me out. It's not me. It's back home. My dad's on my YouTube back home. So obviously he's a big fan of me. So he be watching that. It's always the red line at the bottom, like he's watched it a million times. So I do come across it a few times.
Okay. What's your New Year's resolution?
Man, my New Year's resolution, honestly, to go win it all. But I don't really want to speak on that too much.
Understood.
Yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. For sure. Nice.
Can I take a quick photo?
For sure.
So I'm doing, here's a rose, I'll show you. Yeah, but it's fine. So I'm doing these like fisheye pictures that are like this. Like fun personality pics. When you're teammates, I did it with him and he was just like looking at the rose. If you take it of you like smelling it, or just kind of be like funny with it, you know? Or if you just want to like look at it weird. I'm gonna be kind of like really
like this?
Yeah. 1, 2. Now look at me. 1, 2. Perfect. Thank you.
Nice camera. But you got to put the hydration down.
Oh, my fault. You talking about pose for, bro?
How do you feel about the game today?
There's no game today. I'm excited for the game, man. It's been a long time coming. We've been practicing the whole month of December. But man, I feel like our team is ready. I feel like we're anxious to go out there and play. No, I'm not gonna cry.
So you on one side of the field, or you gonna follow a receiver?
As of right now, I'm on one side of the field, so
Strong or weak?
We got confidence in all our guys.
You strong side, weak side, or just right or
play
left?
backer or something? You think I play linebacker?
You play corner, right?
Yeah, but you be strong side.
But y'all don't flip from field to boundary?
No, we just play.
Well, yes, I played linebacker, so my conception is gonna be that strong to weak.
Strong side,
So you say field to boundary, yes.
Yeah. We just play sides. Whatever side we want to get on, we just hop on that side. Yeah.
You got a preference?
Nah, I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people be saying, they got a preference left side, right side. I don't know if it's because like I'm ambidextrous or whatever, but I don't care. It's whatever to me. Whatever side.
You're a linebacker.
I can tell you a linebacker is strong side, weak side.
That's what you're gonna flip. That's why they always trying to point out the mic.
Yep.
So who's their top? Who's Ohio State's top threat going deep?
4. Yeah, 4. Pretty good.
So no stop and go routes on him, right? You already know, just the bell.
We're gonna play our technique. Whatever the call, ask us to do, that's what we're gonna do.
What's the grip this week?
I'm gonna wear a sleeve. I'm gonna do some turf tape on the other hand, on the other arm. Be hard. Watch. You'll see.
So turf tape, one band.
Turf tape and like a sleeve, like an arm, like a white arm sleeve. We weren't green though.
Yeah. So you can't. The white arm sleeve gonna be a little off.
No, it's nice. It's gonna pop out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta. You'll see. It's gonna pop. We're in white on the bottom and white accessories.
I'm gonna look.
You get that drip, huh?
You're gonna see that orange come out. I'm gonna see.
Where he
Jabbar Muhammad.
What's up, bro?
What up, bro?
Where your camera at?
Don't worry about me, bro. Don't worry about me. You're on the radio with it right now.
Oh, for real?
They're about to bring one show to Sirius XM.
Okay.
All right. So, Oklahoma State, Washington, and now you here.
Yeah.
When Jabbar was a high school recruit, did you think you would even be in this moment? Did you even think you were going to take this many trips, in a college tour? Like, what would you tell younger Jabbar now?
Man, honestly, bro, I didn't think I would be here. I didn't think I thought I was gonna finish my career at Oklahoma State. I thought I was gonna do all 4 years there and go to the league off there. But man, you gotta adapt with the new climate. I took advantage of the portal, and it led me to some great places and some really good faces like you.
I am a good face and a good boy. All right, Jabbar. You got to Oregon. Wasn't really a chatter.
Oh my goodness.
Wasn't really talking like that. We took one trip, and you ain't shut up since.
Yeah.
How can you explain your comfortability with people?
Yeah.
Who's another person in the locker room that you kind of joke around with on a regular? You know what I'm saying? Kind of tell us about you, bringing out your personality, kind of think about people you got here.
Bro, I would definitely say just being a new kid on the block. You ever been to a new school
No,
and
I haven't, no.
oh well, and the new kid never really says nothing until he gets around people, and some people gets him to open up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was with me. Obviously I took the trip with y'all, and man, I would probably say Tez. Man, Tez got me in my comfort zone. Man, he just chatted his whole.
So was it me?
No, hold on. Let me get there.
My bad.
He was just chatting the whole time. He kept chatting. He forced me to talk. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back, man, I was pretty comfortable with everybody. And as far as who I like to mess with in the locker room and things like that, definitely you.
You feel me? You feel me?
No, I like people. I'm a middle child, so I like getting reactions out of people. You know what I'm saying? So I like messing with people like a Johnny, you, Birch, a lot of the big guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all funny, man.
Do that one more time. You won't be here no more. Thank you, Jabbar.
You're done.
Done?
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah, get up. All right. I hope you stutter every time.